Hello, I'm Randy Horton, and we're here in deep in the heart of Mindanao. Hey, y'all, we'll make you squeal like a hog on fire now. And it's telling me that things are not the same. Ooh, baby, camel. Baba, hum, baba, ha. Hum, baba, hum, baba, ha. Okay, we're calm down. You're with Randy Horton. Nothing else to say. Let's go. Okay, let me get a little sound test here. Boom, boom, boom. So, I guess it's working. Caddy, hello, and how are you? Where have you been? Why haven't we seen you? Thank you for following Aisha. Anyway, I'm live on many different formats. If you would like, it would very much, hey, His Majesty. I'd appreciate anybody who can and will to come on over to Twitch. I need my number on Twitch to be a little bit sexier. Big old belly, what's happening? Your hair looks so short compared to what I'm used to. Yeah, I got it shaved out the other day, and it shows my island quite well. SN747. Let's get these things rolling. It's about damn time you showed up. I had an internet connection problem. I had to reboot the computer. I had to change my connection to one side of the other port on my computer. I don't know what happened. I had some oddities. Randy's live streaming. We're going to talk about a rock story. Many people have already heard it, but we're going to talk about it again for the new folks. Thank you for following Jay Linton. It's still blurry. Let's see if we can do a little unblurry there. Maybe my camera has something on it. Glad you're here. Hello, everyone. Hey, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Randy, you're rude. No, you're the one rude. You've said it twice now. Usually somebody I accuse, usually on that time of a month, and you've got nobody to help take care of you. That's okay, though. We understand. Not everybody can be beautiful and happy all the time. Some people just got to be the way you are. We appreciate you. Thank you, Pamela. Hello, everyone. Desert Oasis. Yeah, this is actually between Saudi and Qatar. This is around 150 kilometers off of the highway. What a title. Isn't that a title? We're going to get into the title here in a minute. Let's let some people get in here. Randy, what's your Twitch handle? Randy W Horton. So my Twitch handle is Randy W Horton. Come on over. Let's get this going. Twitch, Randy W Horton, just like it is everywhere, on Twitter and everywhere. Tubor, what's happening in New Jersey? How you doing? Whoop, Johnny's here. Tubor's here. Hey, good afternoon, sir. Had to make a new account, forgot my password. Jamie Birch again? How'd that happen, buddy? Thank you for the 50 bits. Whoop, whoop. We need all the bits we can get. Let's make it a bit party. Caddy, what are you doing with the eyeballs all up? Let me do one more sound check and then we'll roll. I can't wear Vid Vampire. Testing the sound. Wait a minute. One more thing. Let's do a test. Testing the audio. Here we go. Okay, that worked. Myrna, hello. How are you? Hey, Jamie, I accept you. Hey, yeah, Jamie, I'll go back in and refollow you, I guess. Twitches are starting to pay people to their content, and have they approached you? I already have a little bit. Anyway, how are we doing? What an idiot. Tar Baby Floyd, you're an idiot. Who's an idiot? Where's the idiot at? I'd like to meet the idiot. I haven't seen the idiot lately. Miss Yossi, how are you? Not a good connection tonight. I know it was bad earlier. I'm hoping it stays connected. If it does not connect properly, I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll have to continue later, but we'll give it a try. That does not change the fact that he's rude. Thank you, Zonga. Zonga Wonga. Guitar Greg, hello, and how are you? Hey, the Smiths. What's happening? Hello, everyone. Cancel has some big tits. Oh, you're tar babies over here talking about my daughter. Okay, anybody who's in Periscope, go ahead and get this guy permanently blocked. Everything is that's just nonsense. Anyway, who's over on Periscope? Take care of that one. Sports car, somebody will take care of it. Some get rid of this guy, tar baby. Yeah, we'll get rid of him. No problem. We'll get rid of him real soon. Need to make me a mod on Periscope. Yeah, I'll do that. I just don't. You did it already, Joe? You got it done? Okay, good. He's gone already. There's a place in Oregon called Idiotville. Really? There probably is some place called everything. Randy, I may message you on Twitch suggesting some personal, if you don't mind. Suggesting something personal. Just do it. Don't ask. When you're going to do something, just do it. You'll see if I mind or not by the question. W4, WTF, what's up? All right. Hello, everyone, and good evening. It is Thursday night at 10:27 p.m. We're talking to you live from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the eastern region on the Arabian Gulf. And tonight, I'm sharing some old stories on Twitch now because a lot of the new people have not heard some of the stories. A lot of you people do not know. I live in Saudi Arabia, and from Saudi Arabia, I have worked around the world. And in 2003, I was assigned to work inside of Iraq and to open up a new office for a communications company as a private citizen. We were opening a new office for Motorola. This was still at the time that there was no government shooting the places at war. Anyway, we'll get to this heart of this story, and there's many stories that lead to this story. But this is one of the mornings. I'll take you up to the morning. I'm already living in Iraq around 6 months. I'm getting used to everyday machine guns. We're getting used to everywhere you can imagine there's something going on, something blowing up, people being shot. And you're actually, after living and working in a war zone, a few weeks after that, you become comfortable. Not that it feels great, but you just get used to all the nonsense. So now you're living and working in a war zone, and everything becomes normal. Now, at the time that I'm living there, I'm living in just a regular house, like a Brady Bunch looking house, inside of a neighborhood in Baghdad. And I'd been working for about 3 weeks, and it was time to take a little break back to Saudi because my wife and children were here at the time. The only way to get back to Saudi is to drive 1,000 kilometers down a terrible road on a highway from Baghdad to Amman, Jordan. And you're supposed to do it in convoys to make sure you don't have a problem. Well, any day, I woke up one morning at 3 o'clock, and I knew if I didn't hurry up, I would not make it back to Jordan to catch the flight to Saudi to be with my family the same day. So what I did do is I went down and woke up the driver and the other guy, and I said, let's go now. And they both said, no, we got to wait on the convoy. And I said, man, let's just get out of here. If we're late another hour, we'll be stuck in Jordan a week. Anyway, we get in the car, myself, the Iraqi supposed bodyguard, and one gentleman who is my accountant from Sudan. And we hop into a Suburban, one of these big Yukon things. Now, after hopping in this Yukon, we head out through Baghdad towards Jordan. The sun is not out yet. It's still pretty dark. We're on the highway. We're driving around 110, 120 miles an hour because that's what you do. You get on the highway and you just pedal to the metal and drive as fast as you can to get through the war zone. Anyway, driving down the road, coming through around Fallujah, I see lights flashing in the back of our car. And I look, and we're the only ones. There's no lights. And here comes these lights. Now, remember, we're going 120 miles per hour. and there's a car gaining on us quickly. Well, the car comes right behind us, flashing, and gets next to us. I have a driver, and I'm here, and I look over, and it's a BMW 745i, black. Oh, it's a nice car. The back window rolls down, out pops a Kalashnikov. This dude pulls the trigger, and he zips the whole car. I can't believe we're going to die. Here we are. It's 3-something in the morning. I'm going to die in Fallujah trying to get home. Anyway, the driver thinks real quick, and at 120 miles an hour, he slams the BMW. As he slams the BMW, we become a ricochet, and we ricochet off of the highway. And here we are flying off of the highway into the sand at over 100 miles an hour. We're flying through the air, and this all feels like slow motion, by the way. We're flying through the air, and I can see we're going up, and we're getting ready to have the impact. And I started yelling, and I thought for sure I would yell for God at my last moment. However, as we're flying through the air, you can smell the bullets in the air. My last 2 words are mother effer. 2 times I yelled mother effer because I knew when we hit the ground, it was going to hurt pretty bad. Anyway, we hit the ground. Boom! And as we hit the ground, I couldn't see anything anywhere. Everything became black. And I started checking myself. Okay, no blood, no broken bones. I felt my whole body, and I was going, yeah, I'm alive. I get the door open, and I take off running. I can hear over the back of me, and I'm going, oh my God, and I'm running. And as I'm running, the Sudani guy who was with me, he grabs my shoulder, and he says, you forgot the weapon. And he hands me my 9mm with a couple of clips because he doesn't like to shoot a gun. I put the 9mm and I cup it and a clip in my pocket, and him and I are running side by side, and the bullets are getting louder, but we can't see our hand in front of our face. All of a sudden, the dust clears. As the dust clears, oh, hell, I'm running straight at the guy who's shooting at me with the Kalashnikov. The Sudani and I eyes get this big around, and we both dive. And we dive into this little drainage hole. This drainage hole isn't enough, maybe 10 inches wide. But me and that big old boy managed to squeeze in there. Now we're in this drainage hole, and we can hear. I'm going, oh, hell. I can't believe this is happening. I'm only a salesman setting up a Motorola office. I have nothing to do here. Anyway, I load the clock up, I pull it back, and I tuck in. And I say, okay, we're going for it. If we don't do something, they're going to come at us. I squat, and I unload 20 rounds. The back of the window of the car shatters, and it looked like a bowl of dust or something, like a pumpkin exploded. And their car, and they drive off. Now they drive off, and here I am in the desert, me and the Sudani. The sun is poking out. All of the clouds have cleared up. We're both looking at each other. I can't believe we're alive. What do we do now? We look around, our bodyguard is gone. The guy who was supposed to be protecting us ran away. He's gone. We're looking back at the car. The front of it is sunk into the sand up the axles, and we have 4 flat tires. Next thing you know, we're looking at this whole situation, and we got to call somebody. We got to tell them, I don't think we're going to make it out of here. As I'm calling somebody, a flatbed truck full of about 20 guys wearing only black. They're circling about 100 feet away from the car. I'm calling everybody. I'm calling Mother, Father, God. I've called everybody. I can't get a hold of anybody in the whole world. Finally, I reach this Egyptian dude in Riyadh, and I'm on a Thuraya phone, and barely hear me. You know, it's a satellite phone. The connection is crap. Anyway, I finally tell him, I'm sending you a message to where we're going to die so you can tell everybody where we were last. And I get the message sent, the phone goes out. Now, there I am with the phone. I'm keep dialing. I get a hold of some government thing and the military. I get a hold of some American military thing, and they tell us, we're sorry, but we can't get to you for an hour and 30 minutes. Now at this time, the phone disconnects again. I got one clip left, a 9mm, and this black truck full of guys is circling us. And I don't know what to do. I'm thinking, what do I do? What should I do here? And I said, I tell you what, I'm just going to pop off a half a clip and see what they do. I get down, I squat, and I pop a half a clip off in the back of their car. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, they hit it and run off to the desert. And we didn't see him again. Now here we are again. I'm in the desert. I got a Suburban with 4 flat tires. I'm with a guy from Sudan. I have no idea where I'm at in the world. We get next to the highway, and here comes another car. A Suburban pulls up. I got 10 rounds left. I'm going, oh, God. It's a young guy, and he doesn't look like he's armed, so I put my weapon down in front. As he comes up, he tells us, hey, we're going to help you. I'm part of the crew, the convoys. I'm going to give you my spare tire, and you're going to fix 1 tire. And we're going to rally up 3 other people, and we'll get you 4 tires. This dude comes over. He gets some guys, and they come down the highway. First Iraqi guys came by in their Suburbans, helped us put their 4 spare tires on the car, and they pulled us out of the sand. We get out of the sand. We got 4 tires, but the car looks like a bent piece of bread. So we're on the highway now, and here we are. This car looks like hell. Hood's bent up. Car looks a little bent, but we got 4 spare tires. Now, the closest place for us is to head back to Baghdad. As we get ready to go back to Baghdad, we hear, hey, hey, hey. And you can see around 300 feet out, it was our bodyguard. He's running back now. He comes up, and I said, what the hell happened to you? He said, I had to leave. If they knew I was with an American, they would have killed me. What about me? You're my bodyguard. You freaking moron. Anyway, I said, moron, get in the back. And if we get to Baghdad and I don't shoot you, it'll be your lucky day. We get back into the car. I'm driving now, and we're headed back to Baghdad. And we're boom, boom, boom. It took 2-3 hours. It was terrible. But we made it back to Baghdad alive. This was one problem one morning on a trip trying to go home. I've got 100 stories that happened in Iraq. Anyway, all these following, nice. Yeah. That was one of the stories. I've got so many stories that you can't believe. People talk about gangsters and all. Y'all don't even know what OG is. I act nice. It was insane. But the one thing about this whole thing that reminds me more than anything, I was raised in Tennessee. My father, my grandfather was a preacher. My other grandfather was a policeman. We were raised in a conservative, very strict religious background. And from the time I was a baby until I was in high school, we were taught Jesus loves us and blah. We were just the most religious, straight up people. But for me, at the moment of death, as the car leaves the road and the machine gun bullets are firing and we're about to make impact, the only thing I can say is mother effer. Now we get back to the villa. And once we get back to the house, everybody's comments are, can you believe it? You're about to die. Instead of praying to God, you're yelling mother effer. I didn't know what else to do. I thought it was going to hurt. Anyway, we got back. We couldn't believe we weren't dead. There was holes in the sides of the door, through the top. I cannot believe not one bullet went through my body. It was a miracle. Mother effer, mother F-U-C-K-er, okay? Oh, so that was one of my 500 times of faces of death that I've encountered in my lifetime. But that one brings back a lot of memories because there's no way that anybody should have lived through that. Really, nobody should have made it through that one. At that time, I had no vest and I had nothing but a 9mm. Now, the next trip, after we went back, I actually purchased 4 MP4 machine gun, MP5s. I came back with a bulletproof vest and a helmet. The business, we made money, but it was too much risk. The cost of security outweighed the business. So at the end of the day, we set up a new company and started selling communication systems, but it was hard. The hate for Americans is real in Iraq. Actually, no. I'd been living in Baghdad around 6 months. And whenever there was a problem in my neighborhood or nearby, Iraqi people would come by my house. These guys, I forget what they were. They had like a black abaya with a turban on and a little beard and a cane. And they would come by and tell our security, hey, tell Mr. Randy, don't go that way today. So they would tell me, don't take a certain road that day because it wasn't safe. The reason I was respected, I employed a lot of local people and paid them a good man's salary. Whereas my neighbor 3 houses down was a British guy and they cut his head off because he was a slave driver and rude. They liked me. I was lucky. Why? I don't know. But they'd killed my neighbor. I knew they were going to kill him. This British guy was always screaming at people. He would give them like $1 a day. And he would just work them like slaves. And he would try to come and visit me. And when he would come to the gate, I would tell the security, don't let him in here. I don't want to be around him. Because everybody in the neighborhood would talk about that guy, that he was a bad person. And I knew if he came to my house, his bad person would be put on me. Anyway, later on, I don't remember how many months later, they'd kidnapped him, cut his head off. So whatever happened, happened to him. God bless him. I was not a part of his deal. I had a lot of crazy events in Iraq. That's just one of them. You can't believe the crap that's happened to me. Don't live with his wife in time. I just heard this. Kathy, hell yeah. Okay. Anyway, what a nonsense. Now, another time in Iraq, I have like 20 stories from there. I don't know when to stop and when not to stop. Only cut the head off, nothing major then. Well, that's his problem, it's not my deal. If you're a bad person and somebody gets you, that's your problem. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with that. God help you. He was just evil. That's his problem. What made you go to Iraq? We went and set up a new office. See, we were the main distributor for Motorola in Saudi. And when the Iraq war started, they said, hey, first one there can have a distributorship in Iraq. They called me up and said, I was living in Khobar. And they said, hey, would you like to go open a new office in Iraq for us? I said, let's go. I didn't even hesitate. But that was my first time working in a real war zone. That was crazy. The problem, though, I have a lot of stories how it led up to this. But I don't want to go too deep into some of the stories. It was actually crazy. Tell us about the mines. I didn't really have any mines. There we go. I was making good money. I was on double, triple pay. I had good income. I had no problems. The money was good, but it was dangerous. I had at least 20 near-death experiences in Iraq. The worst thing that happened was many things that were funny that weren't dangerous. Like the time I woke up, it's 5 a.m. and I didn't have any coffee. I was living 2 blocks away from the Palestine Hotel. I woke up at 5 a.m. I went into the kitchen, looked at the cup. We don't have nothing. We didn't got no tea. We don't have no Nescafe. And I'm just feeling, man, I got to get some caffeine. I threw some clothes on. I went out the gate and I start walking a few blocks to the Palestine Hotel. Now, it's a good long blocks. It's not any short blocks. Anyway, I'm headed down to the Palestine Hotel because they always got some coffee there. As I walk up to the Palestine Hotel after a tremendous security check, I grab the front door. As I grab the front door, immediately my eyes go black and my hearing goes, and I can't see. I have no idea what's going on. I'm covered in smoke and dirt and cement, and I can't hear. All I can hear is whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know what happened. And what happened as I hit the door, somebody hit the hotel up around the 6th or 7th floor with an RPG. And it hit the second I grabbed the front door. And it was just like, oh, I grabbed the door and I walked in and I'm just looking terrible. As I walk in the front door, the people run up, are you okay? Are you okay? I went, where's the coffee? And I'm screaming because I can't hear. Where's the coffee? They looked at me. I said, yeah, I need some coffee. And the dude at the front's looking at me like I'm a moron. And I see the coffee pot over there. I walk over and I get me a cup of coffee and I start sipping it. I drank half of it. I refilled it and I walked out the door. And everybody was looking. And I got back home around 30 minutes later, covered in dirt and dust. And people, what happened? I said, they shot the hotel with a missile. And it didn't freak me out. The worst problem was I couldn't hear for like 15, 20 minutes. It was insane. That was one of the many times I've been almost blown up. Another time in Iraq, I was in my bed. Now, in our house, we were like a 5-bedroom house. This 5-bedroom house, I had a bedroom down, another guy, and we had another security guy, and we slept in this house at night, and we all had, at this time, our MP5s. And we had a plan. If anybody ever attacks us, we will meet together on the roof, and we will set up a perimeter. One night I get home. We've been at the office all day. I get in the bed and I'm laying down. And here we go. Boom! I wake up. I'm covered in glass. I have no idea what's going on. The windows in the bedroom have broken out. And I can't hear again. Wow, wow. This sound is killing me. I grab my MP5. I throw on some shoes. And I run to the roof. And I get on the roof and I'm looking around. I can't figure out what's going on. But across the street, the neighbors is covered in white smoke. And I don't know what's going on. The other guy is at the roof. 3 of us are on the roof and we're standing there. But we don't know what's going on. There's nobody around. We can't see anything. We don't know what to do. Well, after around an hour, I said, okay, you security dude that ran away, you go across the street, you see what's happening. We'll back you up. He argues a little. I said, no, you left us one time. Now it's your time to put your ass out there. He goes down out front. He goes across the street to where all the smoke is. And around 20 minutes comes back, and he comes back and he's laughing. He's going, Momushkina. What do you mean? He said, no problem. What? He said, the neighbor had just bought a brand new oil radiator heater. He had imported it from America, and he plugged it into the 220 socket upstairs. That 220 running through that oil heater became a bomb, and it blew the top of his extra bedroom off his house, and it blew out all the windows in the neighborhood, and it was from a heater. Oh, my God. I couldn't believe it. Here I am, paranoid, almost crap my pants because somebody plugged a 110 heater in a 220 volt socket. About killed us all. It was crazy. Ooh, we've had some nonsense. Just some of the things that happened. Iraq could be a bomb in Iraq. Man, you never know what it was. You had a nice gun collection. At the time of the war, as soon as we went in across the border the first time, on the black market on the street, I was buying Kalashnikovs for $5. We bought Kalashnikovs for $5. Now, the MP5s I bought, I had to buy them from the black market. They had been smuggled from Kuwait, and they were brand new in a box. But those were $800. The weapon was easy to buy. The ammo was hard because there was a lot of junk ammo in the black market. Some Russian stuff that would always get jammed. So you had to be careful what you bought on the black market. Your adventures is looking at ducks. Oh, okay. Guy reminds me of Bud Spencer. Man, I just went through the nonsense. Now, these MP5s, I don't remember the name anyway. This is a dangerous stream. We were in Iraq doing all sorts of nonsense, man. Oh, boy. MP5K is better, whatever. Would you have never thought? You know, I went back and forth to Iraq for over a year and a half. And I actually surprised myself. I've got situations in my life where I have been near death within seconds of, I will not make it out of this. And each time, somewhere in my body, I find that nerve that gets pinched just right that makes me say, you can do this. Some people have fight or flight response. I always manage at the last second when I really need it, the fight response comes out, not the flight. So I think that's a good thing. So chances are you probably shot a man or two. I don't know anything about that. I don't want to be no bodyguard. I end up in prison. I agree. It's safe to mention these things. Yeah, I got a few things. Even the people we worked there for were not very good people. The people that were our partners in Iraq. See, a lot of people don't know this. Well, anyway, I'll give you a little information. Everything you watch on TV is bullshit. Everything they tell you on the news is bullshit. I don't cuss. And I try not to say it, but I don't know a better way to say it. Everything on the TV, the news, all the reporting is bullshit. It's lies. It's not true. They take footage from other countries and other places and put it in your face. It's lies. I've been in the active war zones. I know what's going on. One day, I was in downtown Baghdad. I'm sitting at the cafe in Baghdad, at the sidewalk cafe. I'm drinking some coffee, the little Arabic coffee, and I'm eating a couple of dates. And these guys are pulling down the big Saddam statue. Now, while we're sitting there, they have outside a TV on a rollers. And the TV has a CNN on it this time. We're sitting there watching this, and CNN is showing the place that we're at is being blown up and destroyed. We're sitting on the sidewalk, 40 of us having coffee. And we're looking at this going, what? How's that happening? We're sitting at the cafe that they say had been blown up. It didn't get blown up. That area didn't have no problem. It was all lies. It didn't happen. It happened to us again in Fallujah. I was in Fallujah. I was down outside eating. I was eating at a big picnic table, some kapsa, which is some chicken with rice. And I was with 4 other people. And they always in these restaurants have a big TV showing the news live. CNN's always on. Anyway, we're sitting there in Fallujah and we're eating. And here comes this report. 100 helicopters were attacked. 50 people died. The whole Fallujah has fallen. I'm sitting there in a dress pants and a dress shirt, rolled up shirt with 4 other people, and didn't nobody get shot. And the Fallujah was not overtaken. I don't know where they got all this media from. I'm sure 1 or 2 stories may be true, but most of it is all lies. It's all lies. These things are on TV. Chicken and rice. You're hungry now. Sensationalism. It's all BS, man. I don't even like to hear it. It's such nonsense. And when Iraq fell, okay, I'm going to give you an inside story. Here you go. I'll probably be investigated over this story. When they attacked Iraq, Saddam surrendered, supposedly, and they came in and changed the government. They didn't change the government. The same people who were worked there right after that. They didn't change anything. The same people who has always been there, and it's still, just Saddam wasn't there. They act like they put this interim government and we did this and we did that. No, they didn't do all that. The same people who had the government before were back in the government. That was a big charade of lies. I don't know why they get it all that nonsense. I was selling to the government. I was inside of the military. It was all a bunch of nonsense. What's up on that? Bunch of crap, man. Sometimes fake stories intentionally broadcasted on time of a war to disorient the enemy. Dude, there's a lot of fake stories. There's just too many, man. Thank you for following. Yes, there's too many stories. They can't. Most of the stuff that was on TV was not happening. Now, maybe you're right. Maybe they did these fake stories trying to make everybody else think differently. I don't know. The TV's agenda is totally different. When we went from here to work in Saudi, the people that we went to work for had been working with Saddam for 40 years. We went over there, and our sponsor partnership people were the same people that had been working with him the whole time. They were pure gangsters. They tried to kill me one day, but luckily the boss talked them out saying that it would be good not to kill Mr. Randy. He's a nice guy. I'll tell you what happened. They decided in the car, sipping on some coffee, that they weren't going to kill me, while the other guy said, no, I want to kill him. I didn't know about the conversation. Myself and one of these big dudes headed into a military base in Baghdad. And we were going there to present this communication security package to the general. And he had a request. We get through thousands of security, and we get in the building with the general. The secretary calls up, and the general says, Mr. Randy, could you come alone for a minute and let the other gentleman wait here for just a minute? I said, no problem. And I told the guy, hey, just wait here. He wants me to come up alone first. I go up. I talk to the general. I come back down. The dude that brought me there is gone. He's nowhere to be found. I'm in some part of Iraq. I don't know anybody. I don't even know how to call nobody. And this dude left me. Now I'm thinking, now what do I do? This is going to be fun. I kind of know the neighborhood. I get to the front gate and a little Toyota truck pulls up. Mr. Randy, come. I jump in this little truck and they're taking me back to this office area. And he's trying to explain what happened. What happened is the guy that was with me was a very important person. And by me telling him to wait in the lobby, I destroyed his honor and made him look like my driver. So he got so upset, he just left. And he was so offended that I destroyed his honor that he wanted to shoot me. But luckily, the other people convinced him that he was just doing what he was told. It was crazy. This dude wants to kill me over it. And they were powerful people. How do I know? Anytime that we went to dinner with these people, we walked into a building and the whole building would vacate. Everybody would immediately ask for their bill and leave. Any restaurant we showed up to, everybody left. It was freaky. It was very uncomfortable. Oh, plutonium, my Randy also claims there is no race problem in America. I said, I don't have any race problems, travel addict. You know, there's always, I'd like to point out this gentleman right here. This gentleman right here. Look at this guy. Look at this face. If it's a real person. Let's think about people like this right here. Now, when you're telling people stories and things about your life, and then somebody always wants to say something demeaning, those are the men who are hung like a little Chinese boy. People without peckers have a need to overcompensate in their destruction or demoralization of other people. But I wouldn't worry about it. That's just the way they are. Doesn't mean the battles of Fallujah didn't happen. Oh, I didn't say it didn't happen. I said when I was there on the news, things didn't happen. It's okay, though. I understand you. That was good coffee. Mo Finest, what's happening? I've been yelling. I hope my microphone didn't drown me out. Look at all them letters. Dude, how did you pick that name? 2A3NEYAWDSWBZH. Dude, how do you pronounce that? If you don't mind, I'm just curious. Sorry, dude, about those of us who served in the country in our Middle East. Hey, dude, I was in the U.S. Army. I'm a patriot. I'm a nationalist. Those who served. I'm a soldier, my friend. I was in the United States Army. Honorably discharged from the most beautiful job in the world. What is this found on the web? I didn't ask you a question. Google's listening to me again. Google records everything I say. It's ridiculous. It talks to me randomly about stuff. I didn't say, okay, you know what? Google's always talking to me. It freaks me out. This gentleman, Harley, what's happening? Good to see you, Harley. Harley, 17066. He needs some followers. He sent me a message. Y'all check out Harley. Okay, now they were watching us. Yeah, I don't mind if they watch us. I don't know what's happening. It's just weird, isn't it? It's crazy is what it is. Why does that happen all the time? The streets of Iraq today are better than Bangladesh, and these are the effects and blessings of the American war. Okay. A lot of you people in the Western world will not understand what is going on in Iraq because you're not educated about the culture in the Middle East. If you'd like to be educated on what's going on in Iraq and why there's so many problems, see, what you do in Iraq, we brought in and we destroyed a government, and that was okay, first of all, I have to explain to you there's two types of religions in the Middle East, okay? In America, you have your Catholics and your Protestants, both Christians, but different. Catholics, Protestants. Now, the Protestants are known to be very, more strict, a little more hardcore, and your Catholics a little more liberal. So when you look at the Middle East and you hear somebody say Shia, they're talking something about like a Catholic person. When they say Sunni, they're talking more like a Christian person. So the Catholic is your Sunni, and your Christian is, or your, not really the Christian, it's just your non-Catholics, your conservatives would be your Sunni. Now, what we did, Iraq was ran by Sunni. Saddam and all his government was a Sunni government. Sunni government is your conservative, your Republican, your, how do I say, your less liberal people. Now, after we took them away and let war happen for a while, we decided that we're going to go ahead and put a new government in there from the Catholic or the Shia people. But this new government is actually a proxy government that is from Iran. Iran and Iraq have been in war with each other since the beginning of time. So we came in, we blew the hell out of this country, left them totally destructed, and then we put their enemy as their commander of their country. And we wonder, well, why is there a problem in Iraq? America must have done something wrong. Somebody did something. They knew what they were doing. Our government is not that damn stupid. Believe me, somebody knew what they were doing. They wanted to keep chaos and destruction there. And our government is not stupid. So that helps you to understand in a Western view. I can't really explain it in another way unless you know. So that's what's happened. And that's why we have problems there today, and we will always have problems there. Al-Qatani, would you say that was everybody who's in the Middle East? Please put up a 1 if you say that's the accurate situation. Duty Ron, oh my God, from YouTube. Duty Ron is here. Whoop, whoop. What's up, Duty Ron? Belladonna, hello. We're glad you come in here, old Duty Ron. Good to see you, sir. There's Duty Ron, retired New York's finest. See all the ones, the agrees. There we go. The agrees are coming now. I agree. Got it. I agree. 1. Strongly agree. See, all this is coming up. 1. There you go. Saddam himself, he was a Sunni who had a little bit of a deal with the women. All his bodyguards were ladies. We know he was a bit of a playboy. Duty Ron put up the 1. Whoop, whoop. W41 put up the 1. So these ones is for most of the people here. And this is for you naysayers who sit at home on the couch and watch the CNN and the Fox News, and you think you know what the hell's going on in the world. You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. Saddam did it too, and Gaddafi, yes. Gaddafi and Saddam. But Saddam was more secretive about it. Gaddafi was in your eye about it. It's much deeper than that, but we can't go into there. People will never understand it. If you try to go deep into it, it doesn't work. Okay? You can't be confused. Anyway, you can't go deep into it, and I'm not a politician. I'm just telling you how America went into a country under false pretenses and what we did. Whether we fought in the war or not in the war, or you were a soldier and fighting for your country in a war, that has nothing to do with the fact that the war was brought up on false pretenses. You still did your good duty. You went and fought for your country as a soldier you were assigned to do. That does not put you down. When you're thrown into harm's way by your leader, that doesn't make you bad. Nobody hates the guy who did the work. Duty Ron, whoop, whoop. Somebody said it still runs the war unemployment originally. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't have any education about Yemen, to be honest. I have none. I did not live there. I don't know what's going on there. I have zero education about that. I only speak about something that I know about. Duty Ron, can we follow that? Randy, you were discharged for? I was honorably discharged from the United States Army. I was 11 Bravo. I was a grunt. Amen. There you go. Bush was president. Yeah, he was. That was his job. A lot of the political moves that they do, we do for some reason that's beyond us. We'll never understand completely. We will get tidbits, but we will never know what happened sitting in the White House. We'll never know. No one will ever tell us these things. It's beyond our pay grade and our ability to comprehend it as a citizen who doesn't know the whole story. Sometimes we do actions to create reactions, and there's no way to know without being super inside the super intelligence department. So we don't know. We just speculate. The only thing I can talk about is a place that I've been and something that I've watched and talked to the people about. I cannot comment about things I don't know about. Karma is a bitch. It is. They come back to get him. There's a new merch. Check it out. This Streamlab keeps echoing so many things. It's kind of tripping me out. You know a lot, but you can't talk. You never know. A lot of things we just don't really know. I don't talk about things I don't know. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. I don't understand what's going on. Diane from New York, hi. There's something wrong with my Facebook. On one of my channels, it's getting no followers. And on that channel, I have 4,000 people. I've got a stream set up wrong. I don't know what I did. I've set something up wrong. Aldman, hello. I wish there's a way to check your streams on this. I can't check it. I don't know why it's not showing. Randy, do you like the A71? I sold the A71. I didn't like it because it has two problems. The A71 Samsung, when you're driving or moving, the gyrometer and the stabilization is too loose. So it'll flip the phone all the time. Facebook should be obsolete. Yeah, but I have a bunch of uptight people that I know for many years. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect Facebook. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to disconnect it. There's no reason to have it connected. Goodbye, Facebook. We're removing you because you're not used. I don't know why. Boom, you're gone. FB is the only rain. Did it rain in Jabel? No, nothing. Did you ask me? I'm lucky I can text. Did I say something? No. What's up, Diane from New York? It is not raining here. Duty Ron, what are you up to? Duty Ron, do you want to come up and say hello? Are you in the mood to talk, Duty Ron? Would you like to come and say hello to us so we can tell people about your channel more? Duty Ron, Duty Ron, Duty Ron, can you hear me? He left to check your connection. Oh, did he? Something weird about that connection, to be honest. It's been all week long. When I put it up on Facebook, hardly anybody's there. I don't know if they're not sharing me or they're doing something on purpose. Facebook, advertise-based purpose. Oh, is that why it won't let me do it? I thought it would live stream on my Facebook. I have 2 channels. He's back. Hey, Ron, would you like to come up and talk to us? I didn't see you love on you FB channel. Okay. So it didn't get broadcasted. I set something up. I know live. Hey, Ron, come on up and talk to us. Hold on. I'm going to invite you to talk to us. Let's share Ron's beautiful content. Duty Ron. Oh, let me get you a YouTube link. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, you can't? Ron. You can't or you can? The Facebook CEOs have changed about using personal info. I don't know about Facebook. I don't know what's going on. There's only one. I'm going to cut it all off. It's not working. It's only taking up time. Hello, Mr. Randy. How's the family? Not good. My wife is ill again, and she needs to go to the doctor tomorrow. She tried to go today, but it was closed. So everybody's healthy except Vanjie is not feeling well. And we'll get her to the doctor, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on again. She's not feeling well. We need to get her to the doctor in the morning. She's having some health issues. Let's hope that everything works out good and fast so she's not in much problems. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Pray for Vanjie. She's got some health problems. We don't know now. She's got shortness of breath and other problems. So prayers are welcome. Yeah, she's not feeling well. She doesn't even look well. She's not doing too good. So we will see tomorrow. Hopefully she can get down. They can figure out. You know, the biggest problem around the world is a misdiagnosis. You got to be careful. It's a scary world we live in where this misdiagnosis could happen at any time. No, my family's not in Saudi. My family's in the Philippines right now. Cole's there with her, taking her to the doctor and helping her. So thank God he's there for a reason. Yeah, we hope she feels better, but she's got some things going to take a while to fix. Blood pressure, sugar problem, thyroid problem. She's got like 5 problems. Goiter, she's got just a bunch of stack of problems. Let's hope it works out. And you would think, it's kind of strange. How did she get all these problems? I really don't get it. Yeah, she'll get well soon. The nicest people have problems. It doesn't make a lot of prayers for Vanjie. Thank you. Let's hope she gets better. She's been really sick lately. For the past month, she's been to the doctor a couple of times, but she's got those problems that you don't go in and cure. Thyroid can cause all that I know. Yeah, I don't know. It's sad that I can't be over there, but Cole's there taking her to the doctor. She'll be all right. It's all probably related to thyroid problems. And someday she'll have to have a goiter surgery. She has a goiter, but it's not growing, but I'm sure someday it'll have to be removed. Thyroid is easy medication, but it will happen in the first place. Yeah, this is true. Anyway, good try. Well, we'll see what happens. Hey, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, my son's with her, so that helps out. It's funny how the people, I thought she was eating healthy and all. I don't know how she got all these problems. Blood sugar, high blood pressure, all of these things are kind of shocking. There's a specific thyroid condition known as Asian Oriental ethnicity. Yeah, there is. They have a big thyroid and a goiter problem. It's common there. They check the blood and set synthroid age. I don't know about all what they're doing. Tomorrow, hopefully she'll get down there and we'll figure out more. We'll have to see what's going on. At the end of the day, if it's not being taken care of, she's got to get to America. Cole stay there. God made Cole stay there. Yeah, he's helping her through it. You dealt with the thyroid issues? All right, Chris. Maybe she wants you home. I can't go home, man. That's the problem. We got no flights. And if I go there, maybe I can't come back. There's a problem. When you have medical conditions in your family, somebody has to pay for those things. You can't just run away from your job and then die without money. You got to work and pay for those. Thyroid cancer surgery 10 years ago. Ooh, that's terrible. Yeah, if somebody's not working to keep your medical care taken care of, you got a problem. So you got to have it, just things work out that way. Nothing you can do. Really, there's just nothing you can do. It's crazy. It's quite crazy how these things work out. Anyway, I think that I'm getting ready in a couple of minutes to close this stream down. And then so I can get to bed. I think I'll wake up early and go play with the camels if it's not too hot in the morning. I'll get up and walk outside and see if it's humid. If it's terribly humid, yeah, it's very complicated. If it's terribly humid, endocrinologist treats it. Okay. I think I will in just a few minutes go down from this and come back. I thought the Philippines has socialized health care. They have a standard of health care and it should be all right, but there's always questionable things. I don't want to talk about it too much because you're just not allowed to talk about it because you can get problems. It's better just to say everything's fine and it'll work out. If you downgrade or disgrade them, it can become, there's recourses for that. So you have to be quiet. Around the world, people don't like you to downgrade anything. And if you're there and they can catch you doing these things, Randy, you need to find an endocrinologist. Endocrinologist. Okay, I hear that. I'm trying to remember it. That's why I'm saying it many times. Endocrinologist. Okay, I've got it down now. Oh boy. I'm not good about these big words like this for some kind of disease. You know, I have no idea. The only thing I know about medical is I don't want no colonoscopy. Everything else will be all right, aka thyroid specialist. Okay, that works better. Yeah, there's a few things I don't want. I've had emergency surgery and it's not fun. Hormone and glands, doctor. Okay, there you go. All right, folks, thank you for being here. Sorry if we bored you. Happy if we gave you something to think about. If you're around 7 or 8 hours, I'm going to go out to the desert. Cup of Joe. Whoop, whoop. Everybody, thank you for being here. We appreciate you on all networks. I'm going to let you folks go, and we'll see you soon. Hello, we're now departing the Philippines. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for joining us on this travel adventure here on Mindanao Island. Goodbye. Bye. You're with Randy Horton. Wait a minute now. Ah, shut up! Don't touch me! Ouch! Ow! 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 That was a moment. Hey, how you folks doing? We're getting ready to go somewhere scary. I'm still waiting for it.
Have you ever wondered what was going on in Saudi Arabia? I'm Chris Hansen, and I suggest you follow at Randy W Horton on Twitter to see his adventures live daily in Saudi Arabia. Remember, that's at Randy W Horton on Twitter. Take care.
This is Alexander, all the way from Spain, again to remind you to follow my friend Randy W Horton over Twitch. He has like daily shows, so if you are doing nothing, just type it on the search bar and see what he's up to. He says totally recommended.
You guys know, hey folks, listen. I need you guys to go check out my man Randy W Horton on Twitch right now. Stop whatever you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. All right, you taking your kids out for lunch, you're driving in your car, pull over. All right, my man Randy W Horton. He's an American dude from the good old state of Tennessee. I spent some time down in Tennessee. All right, not only Tennessee, my man travels actually all over the world. The world. All right, and he live broadcasts doing that stuff. It's incredible. So if you guys could go check my man's content out at twitch.tv/Randy W Horton. Randy, I appreciate you, my brother. We'll see you there. Chat, go ahead and rack them up one time for the man.
هذا وقت شاي خدير.
What's good? What's popping? Happy Monday, you all. This is Alessandra, all the way from Spain. It's another beautiful Monday, and if you want to brighten your day, just type Randy W Horton in your Twitch bar to have more fun. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and support my friend because he is offering really, really good content. Kisses.